Okay, everything's got to be tidied up because this has been a world's first. Got height, that's height 1, height 2 and height 3. Middle one is dog 1, dog 2, dog 3, Dolby overhead guard. And then you got left and right and left and right and then left and right. Plus got an extra channels. So one down there, one down there. Hope it doesn't bother magic. One back there. And I've got more JBLs to install. There's 123 JBL here, believe it. 123 speakers, my goodness, that's a lot. Those are not connected up yet, so they will be eventually, because all this is going to be reconfigured, possibly, maybe. And again, I might put those a bit more forward at the front, or maybe in between. Never know. Look at that TCB back there. Wow. Okay. And that's my below surround. And there's one underneath that seat there. That works off the side surround array. And that one back there is going to be reconfigured, so it's going to be rewired. I might do that tonight. See how I go. This has taken me a few days to get this set up. Everything from the Dolby SA10s, testing. Wire connections on the DB25s. Oh gosh, very hard, and I'm fucking retired. You know, I've had 5 fucking heart attacks. I'm fucking retired. Fucking hell, this will probably, you know, fuck's sakes. So I've only got all the everything except at the moment, because I ran out of fucking cable, so I can't do extra for the height number 1, so I have to wait a few days until the cable arrives, more cable. So where is it? Is it down there? Oh, there. There's the extra, there's the cable roll. There's some cable there, but it ain't gonna reach, because it's got to go from the the kitchen, all the amplifiers, right up to the a little bit more forward up, a bit more ahead of where that is. In fact, that one's a little bit. Yeah, let's just move this. It's all going to be trial and error, THX experimentation. But let's just say it sounds better. Let's get my t-shirt on, alright? Because now I'm going to fucking relax. This has been very fucking hard. It's been very hard doing all this over the last, I don't know, 4 days, I think. Or was it 5 days? I can't remember. Fucking hell. Because it's a big deal. It's all about the hype. But the extra channel, because it's an ambient, it does fill in. It needs tweaking. I still got a bit up there that I can, you know, so it still needs adjustment. But I can hear a room. Oh wait, it's way bit more immersive storytelling. microphone on this camera is not going to pick it up very good, because, you know, the sensitivity, you know, the ear is like 0 dB. I'm not sure, it might pick up very faintly. There's a kind of air conditioning sort of factory sound. Oh, splat. All these kind of liquid sounds that I can hear, I don't know, they still don't make sense in the mixing. All that liquidy sound, because that's more up front rather than back here, if you know what I mean. Wow. Whoa, what the fuck? And I can hear, go back, it's the fucking camera focus gone out. There we go. Yeah, go back. I think I don't think it's the sound editing. I think it's the mixing. And all that, you know, moving things around on a billiard ball table. So I can hear sort of things that, you know, I mean, they say these mixers, you know, they listen over these things over and over and over and over and over. Yeah, okay. I wonder how much they you know, and do they mute all the channels and then go through everything? I'm sure they do. But it's kind of distracting hearing sort of like weird little that's very distracting, even though you wouldn't notice it when you got all the other channels playing. It's called audio masking and you wouldn't notice it, but when I can hear sort of things that that really that is a real downer. That's a real negative. It's like here, fucking hell, butterfingers. It's yeah, well, it's good. It's good. Ain't nobody has got like a setup like this in their home cinema, because everyone keeps focusing on putting more bloody speakers on the bloody ceiling because they want to. They brought an AVR receiver that only does 7.2 or 7.4, and so what they do is they buy another AVR that's a little bit cheaper than the Denon, or I think the Marantz preamplifier version, and then they just sort of like use the HDMI outputs, two HDMI outputs from the player, and try and synchronize volume control, so they can use one volume control to adjust both AVRs at the same time. Well, that's easy to sort of like, you know, even hardwire it by going inside and then just hardwiring. So you got the dial on the main one connected to the second AVR, and you know, that's easy to do. You know, all the mayhem sound effects. You know, it still needs a heck of a lot more adjustment. I've still got to figure out where my minus connector is on the because I was getting weird. I was getting what was I getting? because I was getting positive and negative on the 1dB25 connector, but when I went over to the other SA10s, the middle for height 2 and height 3, the pin connections seem to be in a different position. I mean, thank goodness left center, the LCR for the heights, that is, on the matrix, that they're okay. They're all in the right positions on the pin numbers. But I've got to do a few more things to figure out. So it's kind of disappointing, you know. They're in a vehicle, you've got air blowing around inside it and wind because you're pushing through air. Yeah, you see all the air blowing, and you'd have, you know, sounds. You know, I'm surprised. Then you get a little bit of this, you know, but where's all the airy sounds? Oh yeah, that might be on all the other channels, but it still doesn't make bloody sense. Still doesn't make sense. Most of the time when you listen to it, it's like listening to a silent movie. It's like, it reminds me of oh crikey, I mean, they got to get really better with this Atmos bloody mixing, really, because, you know, just having a few little clangy and sound effects and all that, yeah, they gotta really pull their bloody socks up and get bloody real with the bloody mixing, because, you know, you get all these sound production recorders, and they go out and they're recording everything and all this, you know, script says or whatever, director says this or whatever. Well, I think most directors don't even know what to look for or bloody listen for. But yeah, and now you've got some airy atmosphere effect blowing around very faint. Not sure how good it picks up on the, you know. See, it doesn't make sense when they're, you know, you've been travelling with them, the immersive fucking storytelling bullshit, yeah? And you're pushing through fucking air. You're going to have a lot of fucking air blowing around your fucking ears. Fuck's sakes. I tell you, Hollywood mixers, they sometimes really do piss me off. So they think they're bloody hot shots, but fucking hell, when it comes to listening to their mixes, it's like bloody hell. Amateur. I mean, someone could do this better with the tools on bloody YouTube, but YouTube doesn't support this, you know, so you can only do bloody stereo, or you can only do, really, on YouTube, you can only do 424 matrix, because you can get matrix on there, so that's all you can do. You know, I don't understand with the air effects, and, you know, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, it's nice hearing it, but it doesn't make sense why it wasn't present anywhere else in the fucking movie.